Hey guys, it's Rebecca here. The customer opted out last minute to patina their ring, which I think is a gorgeous idea. This ring is specifically for a man, and so to offset the more feminine look it does have, a patina is a great way to do so, as it has a darker feel, definitely more of a masculine vibe. So I'm super excited to see how that turns out. I'll be taking you guys with me as I do so. Has a very awful smell. Basically smells like rotten eggs and smelly farts. There has been one time where I did a patina and it didn't have a stinky smell, and the only way I was able to do that was that the water was not hot. I don't know what chemical reaction causes that to differentiate, with the heat making it smell worse than having cool water, but nonetheless I will be doing cool water today and dipping my piece in. When you patina your piece, if you pull it out and let it air dry, it has a matte effect to it. If you are to put it in patina and then dip it into baking soda, it neutralizes it so that it does not have a matte look, it has a shiny look. That way it still gives the metallic shine that we're looking for. Super fine steel wool and an old polishing rag. It's just like a quick little polishing of like any nicks and scratches that I made while I was using my pliers. Is anyone else insanely excited for 21 Pilots? I used to be so obsessed in middle school, and they just released a song a couple of days ago called Overcompensate, and I've been freaking out. I've listened to it nonstop. So good. So good. So one thing that I didn't know when I first started polishing jewelry is that you can heat your ring up so much that you literally burn your fingers, which I feel like that's pretty common knowledge, but I didn't really think about it. Make sure to keep your lungs protected. So one thing I notice as I'm working on this is that there's a slight miscurvature. It's not completely a fully round ring, so I'm gonna go ahead and tweak that a bit while I'm working on it. Gotta make sure it is absolutely tip-top shape and perfect, because who wants a non-circular ring, right? Unless it's meant to be. I've seen some square rings and they look pretty gnarly. Don't know if you can tell, but obviously there is a lot of rouge left in the inseams. And funnily enough, this is kind of how the patina will end up looking at the end. Usually at this point I would wash it off with some dish soap to get that residual jeweler's rouge off, but because we are going to be patinaing it, there's no point to. So I will take my clean jeweler's rag and kind of just wipe off the really pretty parts. Oh, and you can just see the difference. Wow. Look on this side how it's like, it's like whatever. And then you just, oh, bam. Look at that shine. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Anyways, so that's kind of how it will look in the end with the darker parts in there. So obviously I gotta clean it a little bit more so that stone's really pop in. Oh my gosh, that's so wow. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and scrub off a little bit of the residual and then go ahead and dump this baby in a patina. So I did want to show you really quickly, I am polishing this adjustable ring that I made recently. It's a tourmaline in there. It's kind of hard to see, but Oh, look at that shine. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Anyways, I just polished it really quickly because I never polished it since I made it and I've been wearing it to work. So I'm just gonna get that bad boy done. I don't know what's wrong with my camera, but for some reason it's on like multi-focus. Like it's supposed to focus on like multiple things at once. It's not supposed to focus on one thing. And it keeps only focusing in like the corner and it's like making me angry. If you have a Nikon, I would love some help on that. Look how shiny this beautiful ring is. So this is the part where I would go through with some dish soap and get in between the stone and everything to get the residual rouge out, but I'm too lazy for that, and I wear this to work where I wash my hands like 1,000 times a day, so it'll end up getting out of there anyways. But if it was for a customer, I of course would do that for them. Wow, oh my gosh. I forgot how pretty it is to like polish jewelry. It looks like 1,000 times better once it's done. Wow, look at that. So this is an adjustable wire wrapped ring I made recently, and it's supposed to be like a simple band kind of style, but it's adjustable, so I wear it on like every finger, which is fantastic because I have bigger fingers, and then, you know, obviously you have a size range when you wear jewelry. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get this ready for a patina, and yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna look so cool. So you can kind of see some of the spots where I hit it with the jeweler polishing cloth, and you can just tell just where that's at. So I'm gonna get this ready for you. Woo, excited. All right, so here we have our items. So we have a little glass bowl of water. We have our beautiful ring that we have been working on, of course. We have a little strip of sterling silver wire, any size will do. We have our patina gel, which otherwise known as liver of sulfur. Mine is Cool Tools Patina Gel POL-804, Cool Tools US, stabilized liver of sulfur. And it says on here, it says antique coloring solution for silver, copper, bronze, and brass metals. So the cool thing about this, it does give you directions on how to use it. Next we have baking soda. This is what neutralizes our ring once we dip it into the liver of sulfur. So I take a good amount. Literal farts. Like that, it's literally sulfur, so it literally smells like farts. So I take a good amount. Let me do my left hand. I'm not dominant in this, but I do a good amount because I like to dip it for a shorter amount of time versus soaking it, because I don't fully feel comfortable soaking my stones specifically in liver of sulfur. It makes me very uncomfy. So you can definitely tell we have our little pea glass. We have our little drinkaroo shot of pea. I'm just kidding. That I would die. Probably, actually. I might actually. Would you die from drinking sulfur? I would assume so. So then I have a little bowl of water. So what we do is take our ring, dunk it in the liver of sulfur, let it soak for a minute until you definitely see the discoloration and the antique look that we're going for, as dark as you want, of course. We then do a quick bake and shake in the baking soda and then dunk it in our water. Finally, neutralize our component, and then I will then be putting it in this rag so that I don't touch the chemicals. So I'm gonna fill this thing up with water really quick. So I will hook our ring up on our sterling silver strand, and I'm gonna do a little dunkaroo. This is kind of a quick process, so I'm sorry if you miss it. Oh, I feel like I should wipe it more. I'm gonna wipe it a little bit more. I'm kind of nervous. I've done this 1,000 times, but it always kind of scares me. So I feel like I need to pour a little bit more, so I am going to do so, because I really feel like it needs more. All right, so, okay, let me make sure it's in focus. Why are you not in focus? This is not the time to not be in focus. Hey guys, it's it's Rebecca here. As I was editing, I realized I did not capture the patina process on film, which was like the whole point of the video. So obviously that was really defeating. It's okay though, I'm learning. This whole YouTube thing is definitely a process. Like I said before, we'll get there. So my camera is like, it's a Nikon D3500. Only films for 10 minutes at a time and then it cuts. You have to hit record again and then it'll record for another 10 minutes and then it'll cut again. So what I had done is when I was trying to reach up to hit the button to autofocus on me, I accidentally hit the end record button. So I recorded for like 3 seconds and then I accidentally hit the end record button and missed the entire thing. And I didn't realize till after I had already packaged the ring up. I was really bummed about that, which it's okay. I have footage of it being completed and like the finished look of it with patina on my phone. I decided I would just patina one of my own rings. I haven't gotten around to doing that yet and I've been wanting to. I feel like it would give it a cool look. And I'll show you a little close-up of this ring. I really like it. It's based off of a pendant I had done a while ago that I wear all the time. It's like my favorite. I wanted to have a matching ring with it. The only difference is the stone, obviously. It's not the same exact stone, but yeah, so I will actually be taking you through the patina process now. So I'll go ahead and add that in here. Okie dokie then. Time to get this party started. All right, so we're gonna go through this process one more time, except for you guys, it's the first time. I have our sterling silver wire. I put our ring on the sterling silver wire and we're gonna dunk it in the patina. Okay, so ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, and I'm gonna swirl it around because the patina does get stuck at the bottom and you really gotta mix it in for it to really get in those nice bits and pieces, you know? All right, let's see if I can get a close-up of this. Never mind, I'm already zoomed in as much as I can. Oh gosh, look at that, nice. That's like immediate. The more patina that you put in the water, the darker it usually gets, the quicker it gets dark. I like that, especially when you're using stones that are a lot more absorbent than others, such as like Ethiopian opal. They absorb water really easily. So it's definitely a good idea to do a really, really thick amount of patina in your water and then dunk it in super quickly and take it out versus like letting it soak for a long time. The good thing is this is gray moonstone that the stone is in this ring, so I don't really have to worry too much about that. And it's not like I'm leaving it in like an insane amount of time anyways. All right, that looks pretty dark, but I am gonna leave it for a little bit longer just because I really like to have that pitch black effect. It has such a nice contrast that I really enjoy. And guess what? It actually doesn't stink this time. Earlier I told you it stunk, but I don't smell a single thing, which is great. It's because I used cold water and it actually made the process go a lot faster too, I think. So maybe cold water and a lot of patina is really your best friend in this process. I'm gonna take it out of the water, dunk it in this really quick, dunked. Okay, you saw that, right? I hope you did. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna seal this up and do a little shake. Like I said, a shake and bake. Really get it doused in baking soda. So what this does is that it neutralizes the patina. I believe what this process does is it keeps it from oxidizing so that the tarnishing doesn't fully take effect, if that makes sense. So it still has the super dark parts, but it still keeps the shine of the silver. So you won't have a matte effect. I have done a patina before when I was first testing it out. I dunked the item in the sulfur water. It ended up being matte, which it was a mixed metal ring. It was silver and gold. So the matte against the gold was like really pretty. I definitely really liked it, but it wasn't intentional. But if it ever comes down to it where you do your patina and then you end up like, hey, I kind of hate how this looks, you can polish it off and then re-patina it. I've done that before as well. But so to neutralize it so that it doesn't turn matte and it actually stays a shiny silver look without it being like a bright white silver, so it's basically like black metal, you just dunk it in baking soda. I feel like that's pretty good, so I'm gonna pop it off. And I take my fish line it in like I'm fishing. Yeah, you see that? Oh, it's not working. Okay, yep, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's coated. It's like Christmas. All right, and then I'm gonna dunk it in this plain water, okay? And then dunk. Okay. I'm gonna like spin it around. All right. Oh, see, now it's starting to smell. Okay, now I get it. And this is still a learning process for me too, so if you're following along, don't think I'm some expert. I'm still learning as well. But I can still share the tips and tricks I have learned in the process of me learning. Because why not? This is definitely one of the fun parts about making jewelry, is that like you can really alter it to be whatever you want. Like you can really alter your design and to be something really pretty, something really masculine, something really dingy. Like there's so many looks with jewelry that it's like, it's nice. I like it. All right, so I'm gonna leave that in the water a little bit more. All right. And I'm gonna dry this baby off and I'm gonna polish her up. Again, I'm sorry you guys didn't get to see the process with the tanzanite ring, but of course you did get to see the finished look. So you kind of get the idea. At least with this portion of the video where you get to see me actually do those step by step, you guys can follow along and do this with your own jewelry. Because you can do this with any type of silver, copper, bronze, and brass. So you can pretty much antique anything. And again, this is the item that I'm using. Cool tools. I think it was like $8 or $9, maybe it was 15. I can't really remember, but it's not like super expensive. It's a pretty nice investment, especially if you make a lot of silver jewelry, which is what I kind of mainly do, just because when I practice jewelry, I don't want to spend all my money on gold and then be super upset if it doesn't pan out when I'm just testing out designs, because that's a lot of money wasted. But anyways, I'm rambling now. I'll carry on to what I was talking about. So here she is dried, and I'm gonna polish her up with that rag, and I will show you some close-ups of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this little tutorial on how to patina an item and keep that very beautiful shine without causing a matte black finish to your piece, unless of course you want that and are obtaining that look. Of course, if you have any questions I can further answer, please leave a comment down below and like and subscribe if you do feel so inclined. And God bless you guys. I hope you have a great night. Thank you. Mwah.